Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Cody, and today we got our rebuilt 4L60E transmission put back into the wagon. And what we have to do next is we have to put this nice Dana 300 transfer case up in there. We can do our final connections and get this thing another test fire. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you guys saw in our last video, we actually sold the wagon, so that is not for sale any longer. But keep tuned because we have more projects coming up soon.
We're good. I just need to find. You don't got any of yours on.
Now, a lot of what happens is I'm not able to record when my dad is actually working on the wagon, because when he is working on the wagon, I'm at school having to do practice. So the times just don't work out, and he's not willing to record, and I'm trying to get him to. So hopefully in the future he can get better at that.
That's the closest one right there by the oil filter.
With the transmission all mocked up, we are ready to put in the transfer case, and let's just say when trying to put up the transfer case, we ran into some problems. Okay, that's down the way, yeah.
Okay, so I knew I could trust you.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Oh, barely.
Fuck!
Boy, if you don't get
Having to loosen the cross members so that we can get a big enough gap to fit the nuts for the transfer case to bolt onto.
It's already up against there. Damn. The only thing I can think of to do is it's only gonna gain me a little bit, but see right here. See this amount of gap between this piece and the shining bolt there? It's only an 1/8 inch. If I take both of these out, I can get the bracket to go that far away so I can get the nut in there.
When trying to put the transfer case back up in the wagon, our problem was that we couldn't fit one of the nuts between the adapter and the mounting surface of the transfer case. Now, previously we've had the transmission and transfer case up in the wagon, which was getting us really confused as to why it was not going in first shot. Turns out that the mount holding the transmission was turned backwards, because on one side of the mount we grinded it down a little bit more than the other so that the nut could fit up in it. With a few more bolts needed to secure the transfer case and transmission, we are on our way next to put it on the drive lines. Alright, so it is the second night of working on the wagon, and what we've done so far is we attached the drive lines, we made sure everything was bolted up, and if you guys probably noticed that in our video of us going over this wagon, in the very end, I showed some pictures of the undercarriage, and some of you may have noticed again that the cross member, it was a U. We cut it so that there can be more clearance to this wagon. And at the beginning of the video, I did show you guys the first fire up of this wagon. Now, we could not get the wagon's transmission, which is a 4L60E, to shift out of park. So when we bought the transmission, we were told it was rebuilt. Instead, that was not the case. We got scammed, but moving on from then, we got it rebuilt, and let's just say it shifts pretty nicely. Having everything securely mounted up in the wagon at this point, my father did take it on its first test run, and while he was on his first test run, he did not record it. Neither was I there with him when he did it. Well, driving around, it was just open headers, so at that point he had no exhaust on it. Now with a couple of days past, this is what my father went with for the exhaust.
I went with MagnaFlow mufflers. All along I thought I was going to use the Flowmaster Delta Flows, and kept telling the exhaust guy that I wasn't happy with Flowmasters and how they drone at certain, RPMs in the vehicle. He sold me on the idea of MagnaFlow since they are insulated inside the cans, and I like it because it sounds definitely like a V8. It has a little bit of growl, but on the inside it's completely quiet. So I'm pretty darn happy.
It's disconnected, right?
Yeah, it's in neutral right now. So let's put this back up here. It works better.
So I don't understand how you know which one it's in, but can I roll down the window?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds nice. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
I like that. This is low gear. Whoa, holy cow. What are you doing?
Get out of there.
Whoa. You got the brakes soon?
In low gear. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. So all this does is, this is the rear axle, this is the front axle. So I pull back for high gear, neutral in the middle, throw it in there. So I can go low gear in just my rear axle. So right now we're just regular drive in high gear. Doesn't feel right without a sway bar on there.
Oh, that's not what it is? Is that what it is?
Well, yeah, the front axle's not really connected. But I feel a vibration. See, I'll just play my steering wheel. It's not doing anything. Either I have loose front end part, or the fact that there's no. Oh, you know what I wanted to do?
Oh, I can feel it over here.
That's a wind wing, buddy.
Where are you taking this? Oh, the turn signal.
You're like, oh, look at this Renegade CJ5.
Oh, I saw it. Are we just going in the neighborhood?
Yeah, I'm just staying right here. I'm not really licensed to go or.
Driving around, you guys probably hear a lot of rattling and squeaking. Luckily, we do know where it's coming from, so that's a good thing. We are going to take care of it, but until then, try to ignore it as best as possible. If you guys like what you see, do not forget to like and subscribe. And also, drop a comment if you guys have any questions. This is our 57 Willys that we've been working on for almost 3 years now. In our last video, we did sell the orange wagon. I'm repeating myself because I just want you guys to know that. Now, we do have a lot more projects coming up. Right here, this is my 47 Willys CJ2A that I'm restoring, and it will be up for sale soon. There's a lot going on with that. Make sure to stay tuned to my channel because this video will be coming out soon of all the restorations I'm doing to this Willys. Now, I'm not fully restoring it. I'm just getting it up and going for the next person to take on themselves. And peace out, guys.